Hello and welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. It is time to apply tremendous pressure to the screws of this Vic-20 in an effort to get them out. Okay, they're out. All three of them. Lovely. So what version of the board will we have? My prediction is it's not the short, but it's the one I'm more used to seeing. It feels heavier. I don't know. Oh no, not at all. It's a short board. Well, I guess maybe these were, even though I haven't seen them, I guess they were more common than I knew. This one, though, is good in that, ta-da, all of the major chips are in sockets. But I mean, these two here, I don't know what they are. But the 6522s and the ROMs and the 6502, and I would bet that if I take my screwdriver and pry it ever so gently on here and pop off this little cover, indeed, the Vic chip is in the socket. And it looks quite clean, and it looks quite fine. I mean, the main difference between this board that I have hardly seen and the others is RAM chips. I'd have to look at other things and see. There's still support chips, and there are, excuse me, there are still 3 2114 RAM chips. There are. But the main one that covers the RAM in this machine is, well, I think it's right here, but I guess they have different numbers. I saw one that was a 4066. This looks to be a 8244A. How Canadian, eh? Whereas other chips over here are those SN7 74LS. Anyway, it's working. It's good. It's happy. What I might do right now, because I can and I'm here, just to give this a little check. I gotta be careful not to spray this on myself. Let's spray a little DeOxit into the power connector. Maybe a little into the joystick connector. Because why? Well, it was doing some little bitty funny things. It was. Power's off. So I will now work this in and out, which helps. And there are the paddles. Remember, micro corrosion is everywhere. And it can cause all kinds of strange things. So work that in and out a bit, which will help because if the paddles have a bit of a wonky connection, it could also affect the machine. So we have power. We have We will have video. We will have video. Okay, so does it come on? It does. La, 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 la. Okay, not surprisingly, that does nothing. It shouldn't do anything. So I'll turn it off. We'll push things out of the way. And we'll put in Omega Race. And up it comes. And I believe that if I should push on this paddle, maybe not. Maybe it's the other paddle. Okay, we're live. Now, is this working any better? No, not at all. Actually, maybe I have the wrong paddle. That would do it. So is this working any better? No, I can just turn in the upper directions, not the lowers. Okay, well, that didn't do anything. Oh well. I'll just scoot along the wall here and die. And die. Die, die, die. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, because it did seem to be working better before. It did. When I basically did what we do. I wonder if at some point I need to take this thing out. Because, I mean, the shaft here, careful, careful, is pretty snug and pretty tight. And maybe I really don't get access to what's in there. Oh, did I just break that? So this whole thing, maybe it can be fixed. Ugh. Plastic after this many decades gets mighty brittle. Funny. It's just not doing it. I am suspicious. I am. And I'm going to investigate. Because definitely these things, the machine is off, are related to the 6522 chips. They just are. They absolutely are. They handle all information going here and there and everywhere. And it really is kind of a staple of Commodore machines to have some version of these sorts of chips. Sometimes they're CIAs, sometimes they're PIAs. Even in the Amiga, there was two matching chips to handle traffic of things. All right. Come on, come on, come on. And they are rather snug and testy. You know what we're going to do? We're going to spray in some DeOxit. We are. And then I'm going to look at all the pins and see how they look. See if there's any sticking out. And then line it up with great care. Tremendous care. Lots of care. And put it in. And they do look okay. They do. So there, we have DeOxited. Now, is it going to make any difference at all with this? My gut tells me it will not. Oh, no, we can just go. That's weird. Weird. And we die. Can't go down. And we die. That's strange, because with the other Vic-20, it was better at that. Now, once again, there could be a funky joint on the board here. See, I can just do side to side. I can't point downward. Oh, I got that sucker. Right about there. Yeehaw. I can't. When I get to the down, oh, I kind of got to the down, but not really. Got you, sucker. Well, is it the Vic-20, or is there still potentiometer troubles? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Wahaha, I cleared the level, and I never moved. I did turn around, though. And I'm dead. Game over. Interesting. Well, I'll have to experiment with more things to see. But the long and the short of it is, this is a fine looking machine. It seems to work okay, although, maybe. Actually, hang on, if I shake this, let's just see. Out with the cartridge. Do I still get weirdness when I shake this a little bit? Huh, not really. I did before. Let's grab the cord from, is this the other power supply? It is the other power supply. So where is the cord? Let's grab this, plug it in, turn it on. Do we get, it's funny, we do with this. Now it's just a little variances here. Very little. Well, you know what? When in Rome, spray some DeOxit. Work it into the power thing. Cause you just never know, if things have got micro corrosion. Now it's not doing any of that. Okay. Well, let's see here. Works paddles not so well. Major chips in sockets. I know that Rudy from Rudy's Retro Intel is now looking at a Vic-20 that's not working. And there's very little in there that are socketed. So this might be one, possibly. That if we can find a time to meet, we don't live very close together, that I could pass this one on, that he could take some readings with his various scopes and things and maybe logic probes and get an idea without having to pull all kinds of chips that don't need to be pulled, because desoldering, well, major chips in sockets. De-oxited power and joystick connectors as well as 6522 sockets. Same paddle issues. I had a thought. Maybe you thought of this. I don't know. I'm going to take out the 6522 gently but firmly. Gently but firmly. They do come out easier after they've been DeOxited. It does act, I think, besides cleaning up things, micro-corrosion, I think it does a little lubrication. So I'm going to switch these. I'm surprised, in a way, I didn't already do this. Because if there is a slight, tiny failure in one of them, and they are the same chip, they are identical, then perhaps this tiny flaw will not show up when using this game this time. Maybe. Is this the one? This is not the one. Don't knock the keys down. Okay. Hang on here. This, I suspect, will make no difference. But I had high hopes that it would, so I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, gonna die, gonna die. Nope. Well, it means the chips are good, but the paddle, not so much. Yeah, it's weird. Very strange. Death. Oh, I didn't die. I winged along. I'm turning it ever so slightly to try to point down, and it just won't do it. Oh, right between. And I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, 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 die. Very strange. Alright. Paddles out. Power supply out. Could there be a wonky connection on the joystick port? It is quite possible. And it's funny, as I look here, you know what? I don't know. Anyway, this is all secured. And I don't have the irons here, but it is possible. Is it likely? I don't know. I just don't know. So, with great care and reverence, that keyboard went on nice. And then look at the power LED. Oh, it's kind of tough to slide in. Oh my. It's right between some components here. But it does. Come on, come on. It does go in. And I don't think I harmed anything in the transition. How are we doing in the back? Well, somewhat. Somewhat. Somewhat okay. Wrong screwdriver. There's the right screwdriver. Drop it in. Drop it in. Even though it didn't go in. Drop it in. Come on. Oh, okay. That feels better. I think the case was a little off kilter. And therefore, the screws did not want to go in. But we're all good now. Okay. All 3 screws. Pretty okay. Sun bathing candidate. In other words, not the whole machine, but the case might possibly have a future in the sun to get it more lovely and white. All right, I'll set this down here. No, I won't. I'll set this over here. Or can stand, but I know I've got to figure something better out, lest there be a disaster. All right. Well, another happy Vic-20. Life is good. But I'm still perplexed by these paddles. We'll see what we can do. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.